Welcome. This presentation is going to talk about the 5 categories of computer hardware. Now, every piece of hardware that is in a computer system can be put into one of 5 hardware categories. These categories are input. These hardware devices are used to give data to the computer. We have processing and memory. This area of hardware works together. This is the CPU and the RAM. This is actually what runs your computer and processes all the instructions. Next is the output. And these are devices that allow you to now see the data which has been processed into information so that we can see it, hear it, and even feel it. Once it comes out as output, we want to store it. We want to keep it permanently. So these are devices that we use to store our files and programs permanently. And finally, we want to communicate our files that we have. And this is hardware that is used to connect up to a network or used to email. Let's go back to the input devices. A typical input device is your keyboard. And of course, you type your keys and into the computer goes the data. The other common input device is your mouse. You use your mouse by clicking on things and selecting things. You also have a microphone used to speak and record voices and sound. You also have a webcam used to record video or pictures. And you also have a scanner. And a scanner is used to put documents, scan the documents into the computer in digital form. Our next area is processing and memory. So after we input some data, then this area actually processes those instructions or data that goes in there. One of the areas in here is the RAM, and this temporarily holds the data and instructions that the computer is currently using. The other part of this area is a central processing unit. This is the brains of your computer. This is the most important part of the computer. This is what processes all the instructions that your computer gets. This is what runs everything on your computer. From processing then, it goes to the output devices. A typical output device is a monitor. We can see the results of our instructions. Another typical output device is the printer. This is a device that just puts it out onto a hard copy. We also have speakers, allowing us to hear things from our computer. And then finally, we want to actually keep our files permanently. One area that we keep it on is our hard drive. The hard drive is located inside the computer box and it holds a lot of information. The other storage device that we commonly use is the USB stick. This doesn't hold as much as a hard drive, but it still can hold files, and it's used to transfer files from one device to another. From there, if we ever want to communicate with other people or send our files to other people, then of course we could use our Ethernet cabling to be hooked up to a computer network. We also have our audio in and out ports that are used to plug in microphones or plug in speakers. We also have our USB ports so that we can plug in any number of thousands of USB devices. We also have our VGA port, which you connect your monitor to. And finally, we have our power supply, which you obviously plug the power cord into. That gives your computer power. And that is the end of our little presentation today.